It's Calvin Castine. It's the 26th day, I guess. I don't know. I'm losing track here. 25th, 26th day of August. I think it's the 26th. 2005. I know that part. And we're at the West Plattsburgh Legion Field. We haven't been here in a few years. Thought we'd come down and catch the ice team against World Warehouse and Distributing. A couple of reasons. One is that World Warehouse and Distributing is kind enough to hire my son Caleb during the summer. We appreciate that. And the other is that the Perriers over on the ice team are longtime supporters of Hometown Cable. We haven't got Ken and Stephen in an event this year, so we thought we'd get them playing a little softball. Whether we'll see Ken in the field or not, time will tell. It's like quick Rick Lamberton is over there in the dugout. Let's take a look at the defense here. Jim Davison is pitching. Jerry Davison is behind the plate. At first base, according to my sheet here, it's Nick Moore. Second base is Chris Boutin. Shortstop is Travis Davison. Randy Davison's at third base. In the outfield, no particular order. You've got, let's see who you got out there. You got Justin Sampo, Matt Guerin, Justin Gadway, and Tyler Davison. Keith Rabideau will be calling the balls and strikes, and on the bases it's Steve Toloski. Scott Lemire is going to lead it off for the ice team. Here's the pitch from Davison. It's a line shot. It's a base hit up the middle. Ice undefeated on the year. World Warehouse a few places behind them. World Warehouse coming off a 19-18 loss last night. This is a Thursday night. They lost on Wednesday night to the Baker and Sons team. 19-18. Jim Davison said that they were leading 14-4, and they just lost it. Here's Steve Perrier. Here's the pitch. Many of these World Warehouse players play for. Justin Sample says, I'm not even going to look at it. You want to hit it out of here? I'm not even going to look at it and watch it. To heck with you. Well, Steve Perrier will touch them all. That's certainly not his first home run. Many of these World Warehouse players we've seen over the weekend playing for the Garcel's Auto Sales Richards Trucking team. Here's Neil Stevens. He's the left fielder. Strike one from Jim Davison. 2-0. Nobody out here in the first. And a pitch. Hit to left center field. Matt Guerin gives it a wave. And Neil Stevens will touch them all. And it's quickly a 3-0 lead for the unbeaten Ice. I'll bring up Steve Chris. We'll be looking for a back-to-back-to-back here. Chris gets under it. Davison in right center. We'll squeeze it. And we have one out. That'll get us to Dollar Bill LeBeau, our former and future UPS driver. He gets it to same area, a little bit deeper. It's going to be off the fence. Davison will play it off the fence. LeBeau was watching it. He's going to be in at third with a triple, just barely beating it in. Now, the young Stacy Perrier is the batter. Brother to Steve and son of Ken. Looks at one outside. Just one out. Runner at third. 3 runs in. Perrier hits it on the ground. Unassisted put out by Moore. We have 2 down. Here's Kevin Levine. He looks at strike one. Here's the ice pitcher. A pitcher of ice. Hit to the edge of the outfield grass and grabbed by the shortstop Davison. So they strand 1, they send up 7, they score 3. We're going to the bottom of the first. Ice leading World Warehouse here on Hometown Cable. Chris Boutin will lead it off, and Boutin. The defense for the Ice. A little bit, looks like we're a little off kilter here. We'll straighten it up. There we go. Kevin Levine is pitching. His big brother Gary Levine is behind the plate. Strike 1. Bill LeBeau's at first. A base hit through the left side for Boutin. Let's see, at second, it's Scott Lemaire. Shortstop is Steve Perrier. Third baseman Stevie Chris. In the outfield, no particular order. We got Neil Stevens out there, Stacy Perrier, Rollo Parker Jr., and Chris Brunel. Here's Jerry Davison. 3-0. Ice leading World Warehouse. We're in the bottom half of the first. Davison to left center, might drop in off the glove. Nice try by Parker. Perrier is going to track it down. Boutin is going to be scoring, and Jerry Davison can still run despite that white hair. He can still run. He's in at third base. Prematurely gray. And speaking of prematurely gray, here's Jim Davison, who showed on Sunday he can still hit that ball a long ways. Hits this one to the right center field area. It's going to be off the fence. It's going to make it 3-2, and a tying run at second base. Nobody out. Now Randy Davison will step in. Pitch from Levine is on its way. Strike 1. Nobody out. Potential tying run at second base. Out of play. Game getting underway about 7:15. It's hit to third. Chris with the throw to first. And no advance. Josh Davison running for Jim. So 1 down, and Nick Moore at the plate. Into the left field corner. Stevens is over. And there'll be no advance on his arm. 2 outs. Now Travis Davison, the shortstop, at the plate. 3-2 the score with a Jim Davison in scoring position. Here's the pitch. It's going to drop in front of Stacy Perrier. He fires it through to the plate to Levine. And Josh Davison, not Jim Davison, Josh Davison stops at third. With Travis at second. And Justin Sample stepping to the plate. Strike 1. The guys on the bases call him Uncle Justin. Tying run at third, go ahead run at second base. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Sample fouls it off. As the sun sets, we'll be able to get a more consistent picture here on this side of the field. Stacy Perrier should have it. He does. 3-2 after 1 fold. Ice team leading World Warehouse and distributing here on Hometown Cable. Rollo Parker, the younger, gets it to Matt Guerin, and we have 1 out here in the second. Now Gary Levine, the batter. 3-2, Ice leading here in the top of the second. Strike 1. Pitch from Davison. Strike 2 hits the front of the plate.
Tuesday.
Without getting too much or too little mark, as long as it hits that plate or mat, it's a strike. Looks playable. Matt Guerin will be there, and we got 2 down in the second. It's just another Altonian, Chris Brunel, the batter. Chopped to Moore. Davison over covering, will not be in time. Brunel will beat it out. Infield hit for Chris Brunel. Top of the order now, Scott Lemare, the second baseman. Here's the pitch from Davison. That's a base hit. Guerin will walk it in, first and second with 2 down.
Come on, guys, do it. Base hit, scores 1, Stevie.
Steve Perrier, who popped it deep over the left field fence. His first trip up. There's the pitch. Strike 1. That looks playable. It's high. It's deep. It's caught at the fence by Justin Sample. Well, Sample keeps it in the ballpark. It stays 3-2. We're going to the bottom of the second here on viewer-supported local television, Hometown Cable. Tyler Davison will step in. He'll lead off the World Warehouse half of the second. Pitch from Levine. Chopped back to Levine. Over to first to LeBeau. We have 1 down.
3-2 good guys.
Now Matt Guerin, who played at Northeastern and Clinton, gets a ball. Nice stop by Perrier. A throw to first in time. Big league play by Steve Perrier. We never did get to see Matt in his Clinton Community College days. We never knew when he was going to be pitching, and we just weren't able to get down there in the busy spring season to cover a Clinton game when he pitched for him. But he was a fine pitcher for Clinton. That's hit to short, bobbled by Perrier. Over to first, will not be in time. And Justin Gadway is on. Now Josh Davison. Strike 1. 2 outs. Tying run at first base. Top of the order on deck. Levine's pitch. Davison swings, hits it through the left side. That's a base hit. Gadway will stop at second base. The top of the order, Chris Boutin. Tying run at second. That was a strike. Here's Levine's pitch. Pitch sharply to Chris. Knocks it down. He'll take the unassisted put out at third base. So it remains 3-2, a scoreless second. We're going to the third inning here on Hometown Cable. The commissioner of the league is here, Doug Stevens. His son Neil is at the plate, leading off the third inning. Stevens homered his last trip in the first inning. That's a base hit. Guerin's been busy. Right to first, it's Stevens back. A leadoff single for Stevens will bring up Steve Chris, third baseman. Third inning, 3-2. Ice, the team at bat. They're leading World Warehouse. It's a base hit for Chris. Guerin continues to be busy out there. He'll toss it in. Stevens will stop at second. Nobody out. And the batter is Bill LeBeau, who insists on being a Mets fan there. Wearing that Mets cap. It's it to right field. Could drop in. Look out, look out. It drops. There's a A hurt player. That's probably Tyler Davison. Oh, that's Gadway. Where'd he go? There he is. That's Gadway walking it off. He's going to keep playing. Stacy Perrier, the batter. Runners at second, third. 4-2 his team leads. They didn't scare him on that one. He caught it. Nice catch. LeBeau's going to try to score from second. On the sacrifice, a double sacrifice fly. How about that? Great hustle from Dollar. Bill LeBeau scoring from second base on a ball hit to the fence in right field. So give the batter Stacy Perrier 2 sacrifice flies. 2 runs batted in. How about that? Here's Kevin Levine. There's a pitch from Davison. 1 out. And a pitch. Three and 1 to count. Davison in right center grabs it. 2 outs. And Rala Parker the younger steps in.
Double swing, baby. Come on now.
Strike 1. Popped up. Jim Davison under it. One hands it. Use 2 hands, kids. Jim Davison's old. He can use 1, but all you grasshoppers out there, use 2 hands. It's, what is it, 6-2. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 3rd, 6-2. 6-2 in the bottom of the 3rd. Jerry Davison looks at ball 1. There's Levine's pitch. 2. There's a strike. And a 2-1 delivery. A little hopper back to the pitcher Levine. 1 out. This is Jim Davison. He looks at strike 1.
Right there, Kevin. Up and back.
To left center. Parker is there. 2 down. 2 Davisons down. It gets us to Randy Davison. Somewhere in back of Kevin Levine, Stacy Perrier made a heck of a catch. I didn't see it, so neither will you. You should have bought a ticket if you wanted to see it. It remains 6-2. We're going to the top of the 4th here on viewer-supported local television, hometown cable. Gary Levine at the plate. And the pitch from Davison is swung on, hit through the right side. A base hit for Levine. He'll round first and stay put. Chris Brunell, the batter. Top half of the 4th inning. Fast-moving game, 6-2. Ice leading World Warehouse and distributing on hometown cable. Very pleasant evening. Temperatures in the 70s. August 20-something here. 25th. I figured it out. It's the 25th. Parker running for Levine. Goes to 3rd. And Brunell is still at 1st. Gary Levine said, I told him. Don't give me heck. He should be at second base. Here's Scott Lemire. That's hit deep. Sample is back, and this time he does not have to reach over the fence. Throws the ball to second base. Brunell advances. And it's now 7-2. And Steve Perrier to the plate. Didn't play baseball this year. He used to be a consistent league MVP in the Champlain Valley League. Played Sunday League softball though. Guerin thrown to the wrong base here. And Perrier goes to second because Guerin threw to the wrong base. Run scores 8-2. Neil Stevens, the batter. He looks at strike one. Davidson's pitch is popped up. Could be trouble, could be trouble. Justin Sample dropped it. And throw goes to the wrong base. Stevens goes into second on the throw to third. Now Steve Chris. One out. That's a line drive single. That's going to score two. And the throw will come to second. Throw to first. Chris almost caught napping. Bill LeBeau to the plate. Looks like the ice team has at least three colored shirts here, three different colored shirts. You got your blue, modeled by Rolla Parker. Scott Lemaire is modeling the orange, and modeling the gray is Bill LeBeau. High, towering fly. It's going to be a foul ball. Nice catch by Davison, and Chris will stay put. Two down. Should have been tagging. In fact, he may have been tagging and just couldn't advance in that. Nice throw. Here's Steve Perrier, who got 2 runs batted in on a sacrifice last time. He gets a base hit this time. Throw. Throw to second. Keeps the runner at first. And gets us to Kevin Levine. Levine hits it. If it stays fair, it's going to be extra bases. Foul ball. Brent Campbell still shagging balls in the outfield here in the foul territory, apparently. Brent did that for years, just helping out the teams, keeping the games going. That's a line shot. Davison should have it. He does. We'll add up the runs and we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. We're halfway through this one. The undefeated ice team leading World Warehouse here on Hometown Cable. 10-2 is the score. We'll set our tripod up here. Nick Moore is going to swing at the first offering. Not going to give us time to set up. He's going to drop a base hit into short left center field. Now Travis Davison, 10-2, World Warehouse leading. They scored 18 last night, so 10 is not an insurmountable lead. Stacy Perrier circles it, squeezes it, and Moore will advance to second. One out. Justin Sample, the batter.
Hey, tell him, you're my friend. Get my back, my friend.
Sample hits it through the right side of the infield. Brunel bobbles it. Throw to second. He's going to be out. Out on the tag on the slide. 2 down. And the run scores 10-3. This is Tyler Davison. Ball 1. Nice pickup by Steve Perrier. That ball was 3 inches away from his glove when it hit the dirt. Nice, beautiful play by Steve Perrier. We're going to the 5th inning, 10-3 the score. Near as I can tell, it's one of ours. We're at the West Plattsburgh American Legion Field, post 16-19. And this is West Plattsburgh Legion softball here, or whatever they call the league now. Adirondack Slow Pitch League was the name that it was for years. Not sure if that's still the name. Rolla Parker hits it up the middle and a base hit to lead off the 5th inning with his team leading 10-3.
You got the arm.
Now Gary Levine. Pitch from Davison. Hits to Moore. Moore's going to get the lead runner. Good play. Throw to first will not be in time. With Gary Levine running, you got to try it. You got to at least try. He hustled and beat it out. I'll bring up Chris Brunell, the top of the order on deck. Davison delivers. Brunell pops it up. Moore calls for it. 2 outs. He was watching Brunell make sure he was running, because he could have accidentally dropped that one. He got a double play out of it. But Brunell was running. Now Brunell will run for Levine. And Scott Lemire will step in with 2 outs and a man at first. It's right up the middle. Brunell will throw's going to go to third, and that's going to allow Lemire to go into second base. There's Steve Perrier. 2 ducks on the pond for Perrier with 2 outs. Davison delivers. Perrier takes a strike. That looks like it could be. It is. Justin Samples says, see ya. That ball is out of here. Perrier's 2nd home run of the day is 3-run homer to go with his 2-run homer. I suppose it's possible to hit for a cycle here. Hit a 1-run homer, 2-run homer, 3-run homer, and a grand slam. A home run cycle. He's halfway there. Now Neil Stevens will step in with 3 more on the ice column. Jim Davison says, I would have walked Perrier, but then I'd have to face Stevens, then Chris, then LeBeau. It is deep. It looks like it's going to be close. It is at the fence, and Matt Guerin hauls it in. So we'll add up the runs, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Ice adding to their lead over the World Warehouse and Distributing team.
All right, guys, come on now. We need some hits out of Matt, Justin, and...
Matt Guerin at the plate. Team down by 10, 13-3 the score. We're in the bottom half of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th. And Neil Stevens comes over and gets it. Justin Gadway, the batter. Pitch from Levine is on its way. Gadway yanks it just beyond the grasp of Perrier. Stevens will pick it up, fire to second. There'll be no advance. Now Josh Davison wearing a Dodger cap. Must be a Milton Bradley man. That was a strike. It's a Thursday night. We thought about doing a fireman's game, but we wanted to get the Perrier family playing here in West Plattsburgh before the season was over. Stevens at the fence, grabs it. Gadway will advance to second with 2 down. So we knew this would be probably our last opportunity to get the ice team, and getting them against the World Warehouse Club made it exactly what the game we wanted to get. So here's Jared Jarvis up for the first time. He's in the game for Bhutan. Levine delivers. It's it through the middle. Gadway with 2 outs was not running. 2 outs, he should have been going. Well, his team's down by 10. I guess he didn't want to take any chances. Here's Jerry Davison. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Pitch from Levine. Base hit up the middle. Jarvis is going to round. He will be sent. It's 10-4, and Jerry Davison's going to stop at third. It's 10-5 now. Davison ends up at third base. Not sure what happened in the outfield. Obviously, the ball probably was, no probably about it. It was not fielded cleanly. Here's Jim Davison now. He drops a little base hit in there. He says all we need is enough to get wood on the ball, and that's what he does, or maybe it's aluminum on the ball. And he drives in run number 6. It's 13-6 with 2 outs. And the batter here is Randy Davison. It's the first ball, hits it to LeBeau. LeBeau kicks it. Randy Davison will stop at first. Now Nick Moore, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. 13-6. World Warehouse scores a couple more runs. They'll be right back into this one. And Moore's going to keep the inning going. There'll be no advance on Stevens' arm. Former minor league pitcher Neil Stevens playing left field. Josh Davison running for Jim Davison, stops at third. So it's a bases loaded situation for Travis Davison. Bags are full. The team is down by 7. Strike 1. 4-bagger would make this a very interesting ball game. Levine will waste one. The 0-2 pitch is swung on. Hit through the right side. That's going to score 2 runs. It gets away from Brunel and right. Moore's going to try to score. He's going to be out at the plate. Ball goes out of. Well, suddenly at our feet here, and went out of play. 4 runs score makes it 13-11. Checking on when the ball was released, where the runner was, that type of a deal. If he had second. Apparently did not have second, they're saying, on the first throw. 13-10. I think he did. That ball got by Brunel, went quite a ways, but maybe he didn't. They're not paying me to ump, they're not paying me to do anything here. I'm just here on my own. Justin Sample at the plate. In fact, this league did pay me. We'd be here a little more often, but a few years ago, after I came here and did hundreds of games, the former administration here, Bobby McCory, needed to hire somebody for the playoffs and never even looked at hometown cable. Hired somebody who'd never been to a game here before. And hundreds of games at hometown cable were done for free. Were completely forgot about. 13-10, we're going to go to the 6th. Here's Stevie Chris. leading off the 6th inning. There's Bill LeBeau.
Fire that kid. Fire.
13, 9, or 10. We're not sure here, but we'll verify it after this half inning. We're in the 6th inning. LeBeau with base hit. Gets away and right center. LeBeau stops at second. Chris will coast in. I'll make it 14 for the ice team. Now Steve Perrier. Strike one. Excuse me, Stacy Perrier. Not Steve. This is Stacy. It's under it. And who's got it? Davison has it. And there'll be no advance. 1 out. Gets us to the ice pitcher. Yep, the ice pitcher, Kevin Levine. That looks playable in left field. Sample is back, under it. And there's 2 down.
Appeal it, left early.
Throw to third.
Hey, appeal it. Jared. Good job.
Left early. Steve Koloski says he's out.
Good call, Chris.
LeBeau called for leaving early. Well, it's a double play to end the inning. We're going to go to the
Way to look, Chris. Way to
bottom of the 6th. 14-9 the score. Tyler Davison leads it off. It's a 14-9 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th. And now Matt Guerin to the plate. Hits it to Chris. Round the horn, not in time. Oh, saying it's in time. Steve Chris called him out. 2 down. Close call at first. So that's a big out. And Justin Gadway at the plate looks at one just outside for ball 1. And that's hit to Neil Stevens. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across. It's 14-9. We're heading for the 7th inning here on Hometown Cable.
Hooray, Levine.
Rala Parker the 5th up at the plate. Falls in. Jim Davison should have been at second. I don't think it would have mattered, but he should have been at second anyway. Parker with a seeing eye hit is at second base. A leadoff double. And that gets Gary Levine to the plate for the 12,000th time in his career. This is number 12,000 here. Goes the opposite way. And there'll be no advance. Nice play there by Jarvis. Here's Chris Brunel. 14-9. This game long ways from being over. 5 runs, 6 runs, nothing in slow pitch softball. There's strike 1. Top half of the 7th inning. Brunel hits a line shot. Jared Jarvis makes the catch. He checked with Steve Toloski, make sure he saw the catch. So a couple of nice plays by the second sacker, Jared Jarvis. Top of the order now for the ice team. It's Scott Lemire. Hits it up the middle. Jarvis, holy cow. Top of the inning belongs to Jared Jarvis, the glove man. They're going to go to the
top of the order now.
bottom of the 7th. 14-9. Ice leading World Warehouse here on Hometown Cable.
Go. We got 5 to get.
It's a very pleasant evening here at West Plattsburgh. This game is going to wrap up very shortly, one way or the other. Here's Josh Davison. He says we are going to score some runs here in the 7th. 14-9 the score. Ice up by 5. World Warehouse needs 5 to tie, 6 to win. Here's the top of the order, Jared Jarvis. Jared the glove man Jarvis drops it into right field. Brunell bobbles it. That'll be first and second with nobody out. Nothing but veterans on the horizon here for World Warehouse. Jerry Davison with his brother Jim and brother Jerry, Randy to follow.
Come on, Kevin. Come on, Kevin. Up and back. Up and back.
Randy representing the potential tying run at this point. Strike one. 14-9 Ice. Unbeaten, looking to keep that unbeaten season alive. Hits it up the middle, Jerry Davison. Stacy Perrier picks it up. Josh Davison will stop at third. Bases are full. So now the potential tying run comes on deck as Jim Davison steps in here with the bags full. His team trailing by 5. There's the pitch from Levine. Strike one. That's in the corner and out of play. Brown giving it a try.
1 ball, 1 strike. Get it out.
1 ball, 1 strike. The first one was a ball. It's a foul ball. Foul ball. Went over the bag. Fair, but landed foul.
Kevin, hit your pitch now. Hit your pitch.
So it's a 1-2 count. Levine will probably try to waste one here, come up with a high one. Too much arc.
Okay, Kevin, keep
2
it
and 2.
there. Keep it right there, Kevin.
Gets under it. Drops in no man's land. Everybody advances. Everybody advances. Jerry Davison had to hustle. He apparently went half the way because he got in there at second. Jarvis able to get in at third, and Josh Davison scoring. It's 14-10, and a potential tying run is coming to the plate. And Randy Davison. Justin Gadway will run for Jim Davison. Courtesy runner situation. Last out, last inning runs with nobody out here in the 7th. That looks playable. Stacy Perrier grabs. Jarvis will score. Jerry Davison's going to try to score. What's he doing? Jerry Davison pulled up. He pulled a hamstring or something here. He came around that corner. He was limping. He came around that corner and limping. He's from the last 20 feet. It was just running. He was just crawling on heart. He may have pulled something.
Ty Rose to the plate. Ty Rose at the plate.
One out. 1 out. 14-12. It's 14-13. Nick Moore, representing the potential tying run, is on at first.
Come on, guys. Turn two here.
14-13. Travis Davison, the shortstop, in now for World Warehouse. Here's a pitch from Levine. Line shot. Stephen Perrier with his third outstanding play of the day. Leaped and made the catch, took a base hit away.
Good power now, guys.
Beautiful catch, Stephen Perrier. So it comes down to Justin Sample.
Come on now.
Last hope here. Tying run at first base. Sample, potential third out. Flies it to Chris Brunell to end the ball game. A 14-13 victory. Nick Moore is going to score anyway. 14-13 victory for ICE, defeating the World Warehouse and Distributing Club. So that's the way it was on this 25th day of August 2005. Thanks for watching. And for those of you supporting viewer-supported local television, hometown cable, win, lose, or draw, TV worth your support. Our thanks to those of you who are supporting our hometown cable efforts.
Always played a good game, but